So, alright, so first and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakadash. We say that when it's a personal elect agreements and a rule teaches our personal truth, and we see salutations for the Akamas push within our truth and sincerity, day in and day out, and constantly in season or season. We say Shalom. And once again, going into a video here, and that's basically touching upon this comment that this person left on a post. Now, if I go back up, you would see that it was he left this comment on this news here that it's a FedEx flight makes emergency landing at Newark Airport, engine on fire. Now, if you've been watching the news or paying attention to the news, you would see that there are plenty planes, plenty airlines being situations happening with planes, crashing, people are dying. As you can see here, the engine on fire. I read something I think earlier in the week where an airstrip, it had some problems with the airstrip that caused malfunctions and so forth. So there are many things happening, right? Now this person mark here, I'm not American, don't live in America, but this shit getting scarier every day. Like are you guys okay? So you're asking a question. Now even if you keep up with let's just say something before I go into the more into the comment. The news put out an article stating that all the bridges, or like majority of the bridges in America, they could collapse at any time, right? They could collapse and so this is just to show you the amount of stuff happening all around these people, that live in America. So it's say, and even around the world, right? I say I'm not American, don't live in America, but this shit getting scarier every day. Like, are you guys okay? And it's a question mark. And yes, it's only going to get worse from here on out. Whenever you sort of recognize that things are not normal, right? It's only going to get worse. Now let me bring a scripture here. It's the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 8, verse 50. It says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world." So the scripture says, for many great miseries, right? It didn't say good things. It didn't say beautiful things. It said miseries. Now when you look up the word miseries, right? Let me see if I could get it. Let me see if I can get it here. Right. It's a miseries, it's a hardship, right? It's a hardship, trouble, calamity, right? So when it say wretchedness, that is calamity, misery, right? Come from G5004, right? Which is Tala Iporia, right? So it's a hardship, trouble, calamity, misery. So that is what it is going to come upon you all. Hardship, trouble, calamity. The scriptures talk about the perilous times. When you look at perilous, it means imminent danger. These are the things that are coming on now. This might be little plane crashes, but they also seeing bridges collapsing. You're seeing that they're talking about the rise of sexual diseases. They're saying AIDS on a rise again. All these things you're seeing happening in the midst of you. I mean, we're talking about the wars, rumors of wars. We're talking about kingdom against kingdom, earthquakes, pestilences, famines. These are the kind of things happening in the midst. So that is why going back to the scripture, it say what? It say, for many great miseries shall be done to them that shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world. And who it is going to be upon you all, right? These are the things coming to you all: miseries, hardships, trouble, calamity. These are the things coming. So and this is just like the beginning. Scriptures talk about the beginning of sorrows, right? It's just the beginning of sorrows. Things are going to get worse. We seeing how we see in the wars and the kind of stuff that happened in the wars, the kind of great debt it's causing, right? We see in the stock market trying to catch itself, but it continues to remain on the red, even though they're trying to say it on the green. It continues like later on to the even when it hit the green later on or the day, it goes back into the red, right? Because as I say, preparing for a market crash, right? And all these things, and some people don't realize because, or some people know what's going on, but they choose not to believe because why? They want this place to continue, right? They want to continue doing wickedness, they want to continue living in sin, especially you Israelites, right? So just like this person asks, I'm not American, don't live in America, but this shit getting scarier every day. Like, are you guys okay? So, hey, this is not just going to be upon America alone. America being the main place, right? Our main land, but it's also going to happen all around the world, right? So that why it say, for many great misery shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride, right? And that way it says shall dwell in the world, right? In the world. So that, yes, the main place in America, but also around the world. You all feel you are going to escape what's coming. No, not just because you're not living in America doesn't mean you're not going to get touched. There are people believe, right, that they could leave America, go somewhere else in the world, come on the Caribbean, go to some other far part in the world and believe that they're safe. No, no, you're not, right? I'm gonna read some of the comments here. Wow, I wish I wasn't American, and I wish I didn't live in America. What is it like? I mean, I got clocked by someone since I live in Canada, so I do live in America, but I didn't mean America, the North Continent. Honestly, it might as well be the same as you guys, since we are affected by current decisions we made and are heading towards a similar situation. Because again, as the scriptures say, misery shall come upon them that dwell in the world. So it doesn't matter which party is in the world, right? These things are going to come. Right, let me go to the next scripture here. Let me go to 2nd Ezra chapter 14, and let me start from verse 14. It says, let go from the mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, and put off now the weak nature. And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. Right? It says, for yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. So the scripture is saying here, greater evils. So you might see one thing, right? But there are greater evils to come. This is just the beginning. They are talking about like total disruption to electricity, total disruption to like internet, and these things. And what they were saying is that it could happen soon, right? And that by itself is going to cause a lot of chaos, because these people are not made to go a day or some hours without social media. There's like the food. Social media is like the food, right? They have nothing else to turn to, right? And you think about it, the men of the Lord, they would turn to who? We know who it is where they fall upon is the Lord. That's our defense, right? But these people, their defense is this place. Their trust is upon this place. That is who they trust upon. So when things shut down and things get bad, just imagine how they're going to operate. It's like you take a fish out of water. You see when you take a fish out of water, how it is beat up and it is fret. That is how these people are going to be in the time to come, right? Because what they is called the normal, right, or the normality, right? How they live, how they behave, how they act, the things in front of them, it's not going to be normal no more. So you're going to take them out of their comfort zone, right? Which is going to bring a lot of chaos to this place. Because some of these people, as they can't operate, some of these people going to turn evil. Your neighbor going to turn evil against you. He go want your bread. He go want your food. Some of these men might want your wife. That's how bad it's going to be. Not just these plane crashes, but so much more to come. That's why it's a time of miseries, hardship. Right? I would say hardship. When you got miseries, you say hardship, trouble, calamity. Right? And that trouble could come from any part. Now there's the plane crashes, the total electricity shutdown, the famines, right? The shortages of food, right? The wars, and many other things that were written to come upon this place, right? So you say verse 16, you say, for yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. So greater evils shall be done hereafter, right? So obviously it started with like one little plane, and then it ended up becoming more and more, and eventually you started to hear about bridges collapsing. You started to hear about the runways Now we're hearing there was a news article last night that came out that talk about cyber attacks. How it shut down a train track and all these things. These you seen upon this place, right? The kind of things happening, and it's only getting worse. Whereas some of these people was thinking that it's only for a short period of time. It's only getting worse, right? So going back to the scripture here, it says, "For look how much the world shall be weaker." Verse 17 in 2 Ezra 14, verse 17. It says, "For look how much the world shall be weaker through age," right? And we see now the world looking weaker through age, right? So much. This is something, right? Let's go off a bit. Like if you watch the state of the earth today, let's talk about the earth, and like the trees, the fruits, these things, like you watch your waters, you watch your land, the place is actually looking deteriorating, right? It's looking like it's coming to an end. We've seen the droughts, right? We've seen the famines, the fruits, they ain't even bearing how it's supposed to be. You're hearing the farmers talking about, I remember doing a video where the farmers, like some of the major farmers around the world, was talking about that that major countries could go into farming because of how the fruits and the fruits are not bearing, the vegetables are not coming. So that is why even like when you watch majority of the things you're seeing on the shelf in the groceries, it's basically GMO, genetically modified food. Now we also know that the elites, and these wicked Edomites, right? They have a part to play in that as well, because they are what they buying all the farming land, right, and doing their wickedness upon it. But it's just to show you how evil is all in the midst of us, where farmers are actually telling people that, hey, stuff is not growing like how it used to, right? When you watch like the eggs, like eggs long time used to be big. Now you're seeing some small eggs, and the eggs that they eating now are genetically modified. They don't even taste like how how our eggs supposed to taste, right? And we in the Caribbean here, we would still get a little more natural stuff. But imagine how these people, like I remember watching a video with some Americans. They went to different countries, and when they actually get to taste natural food, they was in shock. They become gluttonous to the food, because it was like it tasting so fresh, so clean, right? Because they're so accustomed to eating poison. Hey, right? If you're still asleep, you need to wake up, right? So you say, "For look how much the world shall be weaker through age, so much the more evil shall increase upon them that dwell therein." And that is what we're seeing. Evils increasing upon them that dwell therein. So as this person stated, "I'm not American, don't live in America, but this shit is getting scarier. This shit is getting scarier every day." Yes. That is what the scriptures say. So much the more shall evils increase. And that is what we're seeing, the evils increasing. The miseries increasing. Not just one thing, but many other stuff. Not just by the plane crashes. You're seeing the trains. You're seeing cyber attacks. You're seeing the stock market crashes. You're seeing the foods. You're seeing wars. You're seeing pestilences. Right? All these things are happening right now. Right? All these things are happening right now. How I say, so much the more shall evil increase upon them that dwell therein. Right? So let me read some of these other comments that, on the comment. But before I close off, this puts a mark no, because why? They don't believe things are going to come upon this place. Right? And it's a Jake. It's fat Jake nonetheless, but it's an Israelite. It's them that see coming to say these kind of things, because they believe, no misery is going to come upon them. But any time to come, they're going to howl. Right? They're going to weep, and they're going to ask the Lord to save them. Right? So she answered. She said no to what the person saying, but she just, what she did say no because she in America and things are not good, but it just to show you that the mindset, They say, well, last year there were 9 commercial crashes. Currently, we're at 6, I think, with 4 of them being, no, this is the second half match, right? No, imagine, no, it had more from since then, right? So it's 6, I think, of them being the US and Manchester started. So I'd say it could definitely be going better because this is a little concerning. No, this person, man, no, I don't leave the house. They don't answer any question that, are you okay? No. Hey, and again, the time to come, the time we're heading into, you ain't want to leave. I know April is 2nd, you know, I've been hearing this April is 2nd date popping, coming, talking about, and we're soon to reach to that. Right? They say, this person, man, we are in hell. You're correct. You're correct. This place is hell. Right? No, no place where fire and a man with a pitchfork and all this shit. So, right? Alright, so this is our comment here. We're fine. Small plane crashes or emergency alerts happens all the time, which this people have been made in this statement, which is not true. I mean, sorry, the most correct statement. Yeah, it's true. Certain emergency alerts do happen, but not to this great extent, like someone was explaining. Not these plane crashes that they're seeing is beyond the level that used to usually happen, right? So, but again, this is just the pride. I would say great pride, you know. For them that had pride, because why? These people are so prideful, they think nothing going to happen to them. They think everything going to continue as is or get better, right? So, hey, once again, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakodash. We say, Domino, Saposana, Elohim, agreements on a rule, teachers, a person shoot. And we see salutations, so yeah, I can say, push with no truth and sincerity, day in and day out, and I consider the in season and season, we say, Shalom.